I mean, we did throw a subway car at a robot.
Well, to be fair, the thing you were trying to do was not necessarily saving the subway, was it?
We were
Well,
just
that
trying to
was the plan.
stop the destruction of the city.
No, you were trying to stop a theft from happening.
Yeah, and we stopped that with some difficulty.
Known as dice rolls.
Me have a little snicker to myself. During the process of which you bonked out a couple of baddies and blew up some robots. They don't bleed blood, just cyber juice.
That makes it okay. PG-13.
Yeah. Red blood, bad. Green blood, good.
If it's white blood, it's not blood at all.
My
Anyway.
nose is bleeding.
You stand amidst the rubble of this fine location destination. What background is this even? We're just some fucking. We're holding up some hallway.
Yeah, we're holding up some hallway for a game.
Well,
We're
good.
This is a
documenting
really
secret.
safe place to have a D&D game.
I wonder if cars drive here because there's like rope markings.
Probably forklifts or something like that. But yeah, probably cars.
Thanks,
Vans.
Claire. Really picked a good venue for this one.
Wait, we're in Germany.
Yeah, look at that.
We're in some random German alleyway.
Thanks.
I appreciate there's like trash on the ground too, like cigarette and posters.
That's how they get you, Claire. That's how they get you to buy the premium location packs.
Yeah, I want to die. And I want to play tabletop at a Quiznos.
We have to find one of those, Claire.
Yeah. We're wait for the cops to show up. You're like, got your safety right here, boy.
But yes, you had managed to foil a theft.
Mm-hmm.
Like a bunch of true heroes. As Dr. Octave had loudly announced this particular theft. But who says this will be the only one? Who says that there will not be others? Of which he does not speak.
Perhaps that's the result of the distraction.
Wait.
And this is a lot of resources for a distraction. A bunch of goons, some killer robots.
True. What was they trying to steal though?
Your
This thing
dignity?
over here.
Yes. It has a name. Let me see if I can find it. No, that's the device he's trying to make. This device that they was trying to steal is called a hyperfine
Jonathan.
harmonizer.
Oh.
What?
I thought his name was Jonathan.
No. The Soul Machine is a hyperfine harmonizer, thank you.
Hypofine harmonizer.
Yes. Its name is Dr. Octave. Sound-based gobbledygook.
Well, that makes sense.
Yes. Yes, it does.
Well,
I am now understanding character motivations and plot points. I'm
Mhm.
becoming powerful.
and maybe we should look up what this thing does on its own.
Are any one of you
Don't keep-
technologically inclined?
On my end, I don't believe that much. Let me check my sheet.
I can whack it with a wrench.
I don't see how that
I
helps
am
you.
slightly. I have one extra point and I have 3D.
Amazing. Well, you can give
I
it a
have
good
a
old
club
whack
average.
if you think you got what it takes to figure out how some random sound-based technology works.
I'm a try. Probably poorly. Mono sixes. Okay, or do that.
It'd be nice to have a decent dice tower.
Yeah, that's the only one I
2
have.
success.
2 successes. 2 twos makes for 2 successes.
So do I know anything? Do I know if it explodes?
Well, it's not a bomb. It's not like a stick of TNT. If you whack it hard enough, it goes kaboomy. But what a hyperfine harmonizer is if you can make a bunch of sounds come together into a single resonant baboom.
So it focuses sound into a.
It focuses sound. It's a very nice way to put it.
That seems like one part of a very dangerous formula.
Zounds.
Keep the hell away from a screamo concert.
Well, good thing we didn't let him have this thing.
Definitely.
Darn robots.
Should find a scientist somewhere, see if there's any way it could be utilized as a weapon if components were to be used.
I mean, with 2, you can easily figure out that you could build some sort of sound cannon with it, probably. Or, maybe you're dealing with some high-end experiments and you need to synchronize sets of equipment. It's also good for that.
Well, there's more like it.
Well, I think we should probably make sure this one gets to its location safely before someone shows up to try and, take it again.
I was going to suggest that too.
Where the heck are we taking it?
I'm assuming the cops will come up and give us a hand with that part. Though, from my understand, it's going to a university, I think.
Yes, it was going to the local university. They
Well, we
required
take
it for some
the university
experiments.
Oh. Well, yeah, I'd be
together.
down. At
I can
sport.
actually pick it up.
Hmm?
I'm big.
You want to pick it up?
I mean, a bunch of
Oh, yeah.
goons could carry it, so if you have a bit of might, yes, you could probably lift it on your lonesome.
Yeah, just a couple of me just walking on over. 1, 2, 1, 2. Do I have to roll for this, or am I just
What the hell did you just post, Sila? My seeds! Mine!
Yeah, that's how Ben Shapiro became an,
The
an
villain?
asshole.
Also, I like that fox summer body versus winter body.
This is peak
Huff,
physical
huff.
condition. Look at what a giant nerd it becomes.
He does become, in at least a sense, giant.
Become donut.
You're a donut.
So
Well-
we can get the goons to carry it for us, and we can get moving.
The goons?
Yeah.
You mean
Get
the ones
all
that
of
you
them.
knocked out?
No.
No,
Oh.
no.
I'm the
The
mook.
one that turns into goons.
I'm the mook. Those are goons. I'm a mook. Get it right.
You picked a fantastic name. No linguistic conflict anywhere.
Exactly. That's. I agree with you. Disembodied voice.
So to the university you go.
Indeed.
Imagine a nice star wipe or something.
Also,
I
Claire,
will.
look what I just posted.
You never learned proper safety.
Boy, that's Ooh.
Topical.
Yeah, it sure is. You know that boy dead.
Because of the way she's bent her knee, she's probably going to fall over backwards the second she starts firing.
And the fact that she's holding the gun against her boobs.
Also the part where, she doesn't brace the gun. I don't know how she's going to brace it with the backside of her body.
She also has the iron sights of the gun like a foot below her eye.
I think another problem is that wherever she's aiming, it's nowhere sensible. That bullet's going to deflect off something.
God, she really is a proper American cop.
There is no firearm safety here. It is not aimed. She probably still has the safety on and off at the same time. It fires half a bullet exactly.
And then the bullet goes back in the gun and fires itself again.
And it hits Claire, of course.
No. Claire's the one firing it. It hits Belle in the kneecaps, suppose pointed at me.
No.
Every time. Every time.
Why would you do this, Claire? Why are you so mean? Anyway, we're at the university. The fine City University. With its delightful opulence. They can afford it. Even have a sign outside reminding you that you won't get a job without us, but it won't be the job we told you.
Oh.
We live in the far-flung future where student debt has gone pretty berserk. As such, they are able to afford a marble set of buildings with gold trimmings.
So
That way people
what
know it's worth it.
changed? So what changed?
Nothing. It's just gotten progressively worse. Student loan is a
Yeah,
minimum
but-
of a few $1,000,000, and it's rolled down 2 generations, and people are still wondering where the hell no one has any money for anything.
Man, I'm glad it didn't take long.
Doesn't matter, your parents probably had it because they were part of the boomer generation that told them to go get college. So it rolls onto you,
But
bucko.
cheap for them.
Point is, it's one of those highly optimistic universities where for some reason they're able to afford extremely specific experimentation equipment. I don't know whose dick they suck to get themselves a hyperfine harmonizer, but you're doing the delivery, so
I don't ask too many questions.
you know that gets in the way of things sometimes, you know.
You'll find, the scientists who ordered this thing, and
Deliver it.
maybe get some details on it.
Well, the people who ordered it is nothing short of the sonicology and musicology department of the university. They have a lovely little section off to the side. As we all know, the arts are not appreciated at any university, but sometimes the principal likes things like, you know what, I'll give him a couple of dollars. Here's $5. Go buy yourself an auditorium.
They really don't know how much things cost anymore. It really has gotten bad.
Inflation has made it so that $5 can buy you nothing. The bills exist solely so that boomers can complain about their change.
Much like the penny.
I gave you 100,000, boy. I want my $5 bills. Zimbabwe could learn. Zimbabwe could learn. The point is that the structure, you are soon enough inside the sonicology and musicology department, which is filled with all kinds of delightful sounds of people trying to harmonize, synchronize, synthesize, and otherwise. A variety of musical instruments, sounds, and the lot, which effectively means, imagine if you're standing in an orchestra hall and you're right next to a construction site, and the sounds are just bleeding together at all times. Pretty much everyone that walks around is wearing ear muffs. Now they're wearing those headsets that you wear in like a plane because you can't hear each other over the fucking engine spinning.
I kind of hate this place.
Just inflate my hands and cover my ears for a bit.
So what were you planning to do with this thing again? I mean, you've delivered it to the department technically. So if that's all you wanted to do, you're done with that. Like someone eventually will see this thing and pick it up.
It's, yeah, I guess.
Yeah, so we should try to figure out what the next thing these people would be after is.
Well,
Well, they
thing.
didn't get their Sonic Fire or what's it?
What?
I said they didn't get their Sonic Fire. What?
As you say that, the glass rattles as someone hits a high note.
I'm going to leave this place and pretend it doesn't exist for the rest of my
I
life.
also want to go to Sonic's, but later.
Yeah, that's my favorite game. It's classic.
Mario?
What?
the goon starts leaving. This fucking
Yeah,
goon.
I think I kick back. See and go too.
And
the hell out of this
forget about
hell.
it and follow.
So what are you
So
doing?
once they're out, Kick back, looks over. So you wanted to go get lunch?
Is there any reason you made this delivery? Because, there were plenty of people on site at the subway who could have just brought it, since,
We wanted to make sure no more robots showed up, because the cops wouldn't handle that shit.
fair enough.
I mean, we could talk to a scientist.
Do you want to phone a
Mhm.
scientist?
Phone a friend,
Yeah.
Bella.
I could actually phone my friend. I have a contact in academia field.
In the academic field, Bella.
Yeah. I'll just pull out my burner and you know, tell him we'll meet up in his office.
Who are you
Which
calling?
academic field is he in, Bella?
Oh, I've
Bella,
got
who are you
to,
calling?
uh,
Man.
Man,
I
man?
Scientist,
have
buddy.
contact.
You have a
Uh,
contact? Ooh.
yeah. I forgot to choose this field. Uh,
You forgot to choose this field. Well, that's not a problem, man. You're allowed to improvise things as they go along, baby.
Alright. Yeah. My one contact is actually in soundology, the musicology of sound.
Yeah, I
Musicology
thought you
is a
said
real field, dude.
Scientology for a second.
Musicology is a field. And it's way more complicated than people give it credit for.
Oh yeah, it's a lot of like harmonics and waveforms.
So yeah, I just ring him up and tell him to be in his office.
Well, fine then. You can meet your friend in the office, where he probably is, because it is a work day. And he probably has to be at work as a result of that.
That is usually a thing you have to do on work.
What's his position at work anyway? Is he a proper teacher? Is he just a student? Is he a researcher hired just for that? Like he's more of a...
I would imagine he's like a professor of musicology.
Cool. Too bad he doesn't have tenure. Everyone's always like, tenure's the best thing, but if I recall correctly, it's not even that, it doesn't do anything. What was it? People always hyping up tenure, but it ain't nothing.
It lets you do what you want.
I don't know what it means.
Basically, it is an indefinite appointment that can only be terminated for extreme circumstances.
Cool.
So when you're an adjunct professor, when you first start, they can let you go at any time. They can just say, "Hey, we don't want you anymore."
Baby,
But
no.
a tenured professor, really, they can't get rid of you until they have to review your tenure again. Like, we're talking if your program dies, then they can get rid of you, but they have to keep you around.
Gosh.
Yeah, if you get tenured, you're actually pretty set.
You've won. You beat the game.
That's how you win academics.
Beat the game. While your fine tenured friend is right there in his office. Look a little nervous and skittish as always. He always had a
Like,
bad twitch after that horrible, horrible violin accident. It's called again Parkinson's disease, where you're all twitchy.
Parkinson's affects extremities in such a way.
Well, this guy is sure twitchy. That's what a violent accident will do to a man.
I came with friends, and I'll be like, hey, so there's this, harmonic resonant converter that came to this, facility, and we're worried that it may be used as a weapon. Well, it can be used as a weapon, and we want to know if there's anything that you'd know of that could assist in that exists around.
To make it a weapon?
Yeah, I mean, why else would a man named Dr. Octave, want it?
Well, maybe he is doing his own little experiments. And some people just want a little research.
I mean, that's true. But I mean, you can normally fund that kind of thing. I mean, unless you know, you can't fund it for illegal purposes. So that's where we get into this conundrum of illegality. If you catch that, basically, we're afraid it might become a weapon at some point. So, is there anything you know about it that could make it a weapon?
Oh, well, I mean, there's lots of hypothetical things you do with the thing like that. Yeah, sure. You could make a resonance cannon. You could turn it into some sort of massive sound blast, like a sound laser. You know, like you direct all the sound at a small area, highly condensing the kinetic and sonic booming in a small area. Hell, if you wanted, you could use it to make a sound like vibro cutter, sharper than a monofilament.
Oh, that's three vastly different ways to utilize a thing in dangerous ways.
Well, you can
Any other things though.
use pipes in many ways. So can you the simple harmonizer?
Oh, would any of those other means be, protected to, like, would there be devices that, would be sought after? Or is it easy?
Gosh, I mean, there's a lot you need for a lot of them, really. You need specialized circuitry and all that kind of stuff. You need specialized components like the physical body of the device, cones, wedges. You need covering plates and protective shielding. Then of course you'll probably want like a deresonator on the chassis itself so it doesn't destroy itself. You want some special shielding. You know the good styrofoam.
Good
I assume
styrofoam's expensive these days.
it is. But the resonator, that could be a lead.
Well, I mean, we got plenty of the DDD resonators around here, yeah. But you know they're not that expensive.
Well, we'll probably just need to go and see if there's any news about Dr. Octave.
Yeah. But you have my burner, so if you think of if anything, while we research.
No, I heard. Surely you could have asked one of Doctor Octave's own individuals about what he's doing, right? That's usually how you get information, right?
Robots are not talkative.
There were non-robots there too, who were stealing the case.
Oh yeah, I punched one of them.
Well,
She forgot there were non-robots. I'm an idiot.
You also forgot that there were many other goons and police officers on site, which is why the actual security that was hired couldn't help you.
I lift
it's in that-
boxes.
I
Should-
punch things.
Should I just run a game where you don't have to remember anything? Because I feel you guys would be way more at home in one of those.
We just gotta learn to take notes.
I don't know if taking notes is gonna help with baby Claire her being a.
Okay, well that's Baby Claire. That's a special case.
She'd look at the piece of paper and go, "Bada boom, bada bing. I got words, baby. Give me one plot."
I'm apologize.
Listen, I personally love the mental image of Claire just holding a random piece of paper.
Huh?
I'm trying so hard, Sam.
What's on this piece of paper?
It's
I drew
IOU.
a kitty.
Kitty. One plot, please.
Well, with that in
Yeah,
mind,
let's go to the police and try to see if they have any of the goons in custody we could talk to.
Since when are goons ever arrested? They vanish and never return.
No,
Oh, no,
goons get
no.
arrested all the time.
Yeah,
They have
we
a
can knock
union.
them out.
villain.
Oh my god, they have a union.
That's actually been a thing in some comics, by the way.
doesn't the average goon just vanish after they've been arrested? Like they never show up again?
Well, that's like a narrative thing. There could be.
No, the goons go to jail. The villains have the
Yeah, the villains
Okay.
always get away.
You gotta think in the proper way. Goons will exist as long as they are narratively appropriately needing to exist. We need information from the goons, which means one still in fact exists.
The cells in Gotham are always empty until it's narratively convenient for Batman to have a capacity problem.
Exactly.
Yeah, pretty much exactly that.
I thought this was a city of crime. It says he stares down an empty hallway of jail cells.
Confused, hollow inside.
Commissioner Gordon is like, well, Batman, you know how it goes. As long as one face is around being the district attorney.
He's only one face right now.
Well, listen, you can't have two judges in a single case like that. So he has to be like, I'm one face. Okay, gotcha. All right, then.
He pulls out a gun and he's Two-Face.
He pulls out a half mask. Claire, what the fuck is this with the rat? Rat sees the light. Rat gets dopamine. Rat approaches, pushes, receives a cocaine injection.
Also, I love that picture's out. Yeah, that's just me. That's what I go back to.
What is
and
your
have a
problem,
meeting.
Claire?
Because I'm in pain.
Don't inject the rat with cocaine.
Cocaine.
And cocaine accessories.
But
Ah,
yeah,
great cake. Fell at hard times.
he did.
Anyways, so yeah, let's go to the police station where there'll be exactly one goon that didn't poof out of existence.
Well, no, all of the rest of them have already been sent to jail. Which is to
Pretty
say,
open shut case for goons.
let's see, let's see, you're employed by a villain. Well, I guess that's all the reason we need to put you in jail.
You're out of here, bucko.
Gosh, that is an amazing question, isn't it?
Fucko.
Can you be arrested solely on the ground that you've been employed by an illicit company without proof that you've actually done anything?
I mean, it would depend on how aware you are of it being illicit. Like, if you're just a janitor, probably not.
I mean, say you signed on with the intent to commit a crime, but you haven't done any.
That would be conspiracy.
There you go.
Conspiracy to commit a crime is a crime.
Thanks, pre-crime, for making this extremely difficult on us. Does any one of you have the context necessary to actually get, access to a person who's in a jail cell? Because I don't think they
I
just
do.
allow
I would,
random
because
custom
I'm-
vigilantes in there.
I'm a social worker.
You're a social worker.
Yeah, I
And
have
I have-
contacts in the DA's department. That's one of my connections.
And I am. Well,
Notorious, right?
Am I notorious?
You would be. You were working for the mob.
I thought that was what you were going with. That your character's like, oh, whoopsie snickerdoodles.
Yeah, I should be notorious. Where's my things? Oh, yeah,
Oh, real
notoriety.
quick, everybody, I'm putting something in the friends chat that is important for us all to do. Claire might have to get up for a moment.
Claire, no.
Claire, you should go tell Alice Happy Alice Day.
I think they're asleep.
No, they just told me.
Oh.
Like a second ago.
Get up and say happy birthday, Claire.
Also, I have 5D commands, so I can probably
If you're back.
authoritate.
Bella, my friend is literally the
I know.
DA.
I'm saying that if that didn't work, I could probably be like, hey, I'm big.
Would the DA be able to get you into a jail cell? Isn't he like higher administrative, like disconnected from?
He's the district attorney. Usually he has incredible contacts with the police and has the ability to go and interview them.
Well, ain't that just something? In that case, sure.
It's actually a real world problem. That the DA and the cops are so close to each other that it's near impossible for a DA to prosecute a cop.
To be fair, you could say that about most things about the American policing system.
Wait,
Just-
Safi, you have a sheet open, right?
Yes, I do. What about it?
You're gonna love the icon it gave you, because it gives you the random animal.
Yours is a dinky.
What icon did it give? Zipper.
I'm getting it.
Ah.
Select. Save. Let's get post this right.
You know, you can just
Here.
use the snipping tool and just. You can't just use the snipping tool and then copy paste it over.
Again, I just copy and pasted it this way so I could get it.
You're a dingy. That's what you are.
You're an anonymous fox.
You're a dingy. Claire, did you say happy birthday?
Yes, it did.
Did she like it?
They were in bed.
But they were awake.
Why you like
I
this,
know,
Claire?
I think they're settling in bed. Point is, I would happy birthday to all of them.
Yes,
Happy
also I'm going to message Wendy
birthday,
because
Shark
it
Bait.
is also Wendy Day.
I wish it was Shark Bait Day, the only good day of the year.
Unfortunately, that is only once a year, even though it's Shark Bait Day to me every day.
Wait, what's Wendy's name on Discord?
Local goth Kieran.
Claire,
There it is.
are you sipping a whole bunch of dew now?
Okay,
Actually,
there.
I
I've told them both
drinking
happy
water.
birthday.
At the moment, I'm actually just drinking water.
Claire upset that the rat, does not in fact. Oh. Poor.
Anyways, so
You're in the prison cells as your DA friend manages to buzz you in, as it were. Getting you to the dark, decrepit police cells, past, of course, the extremely fancy police office where there is, in fact, a pool table.
God
Here there is
damn it,
none.
this is too topical.
The walls are cracked, the jail cells are runny, you could probably catch 15 different types of pneumonia and cold in here. And then you can make your court date, and then they put all these administrative costs on top for you not being able to show up. Privatizing individuals' fine debt is a fantastic system. It cannot go wrong.
Yeah, works so far.
Debt privatization can only lead to higher administrative costs and problems because it is an uncompetitive market. Point is, you're in the holding cell area. You went through one door and went from pristine and lovely to, holy shit, I'm in Guantanamo Bay.
Yeah.
Right down to the fact that there are way too many goons in one cell. It honestly looks as if your own friend Mook got in there and just started duplicating themselves until there was no space left.
Mook recognizes some of these blokes.
The second an arm comes out, there's like one dude standing there and he just hits it with a bat. Like, put that back in there.
Looking Mook over as they
Mook is not here. Mook cannot go inside the police office without problems.
Yeah, Mook is not with us. It's just us.
Mook went to Mickey D's to get a Sonic burger.
They'd take one look at Mook and all their police senses are like, I don't care what crimes you didn't commit, you've committed all the crimes now.
Committed all the crimes he needed to.
And then they sprinkle a little crack on you, and bam.
What? Dang.
Okay, yeah, we're getting way too American.
Well, the bang is more like, we got you for something, you know? Like, oh, find some crack on you. Never mind my fingerprints that are on the crack crumbs. Man, I love the idea of someone actually taking, like, crumbs of crack or, like, the fluid of heroin and going, like, I found fingerprints. I found fingerprints in this fluid. This water, I got a spook print. Stepped in a puddle. Anyway,
So,
there's plenty of
let's
goons to ask
talk to this
questions.
goon. Let's go to the first goon.
You go to the first person whose face is up against the bars. He looks a little roughed up, but getting pushed up against the bar has done less good to him than a couple of good punches. To the point that he's sticking his tongue out, but he might be doing that because it probably feels fun to do, considering that his cheeks are up against the big iron bars.
I reach my hand in and wrap around his torso. to hold them.
It is uncomfortably sweaty, considering that they're all piled up in one big heap.
I'll be like, so, Dr. Octave, you work for him.
Where are they?
What was he planning?
Ay, 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 ay. What's all this at, eh? Why am I supposed to know what Doc Dave's big old business?
Well, I mean, you have to know something. You know,
Oi,
about
oi,
the
oi,
plan.
I'm not telling one of you silver linings how I don't know what the boss is up to.
I start to pull my hand back at the bars with it still wrapped around his body.
Wait, what?
So,
He's starting to squeeze him against the bars.
yeah.
He's already squeezed against the bar. The
Yeah,
cell's
but
too
I'm
full. They
pulling.
clown card this thing.
Yeah, but I'm pulling him like further into the bars. And also
How
because
about
the bars,
how about you give me some of that command as you give him the squeeze.
that's different.
He tries to resist with all of his might. And actually rolls 2 successes. He ain't squealing to you coppers.
Well, that's 3 landed on top. And I landed 2 successes, but I got a reroll.
Hell yeah, man. That's all.
Got that
That
roll.
didn't roll.
Pretty good.
Nope.
Well,
Only
2
2
is all you
successes.
need, I'll say. Or actually, no. There's like specific rules for how this works. I forgot.
I think it's if it's a tie, it's your description.
If it's 0, the target describes, but the actor embellishes. Which means that you get to establish a helpful fact as long as it doesn't contradict what I'm saying.
Okay.
He spits at your face as he wiggles in your grip. A bunch of other goons start peeling him out, and he goes, "Oh, you think you can just squeeze me for the what's it's in the know-hows, can ya? Hmm? What's your embellishment?"
My embellishment is that as I'm pulling, I
No, you're allowed to straight up say like something that he says or something that he does. You don't have to limit yourself to yourself.
okay. Well,
Hell, you
I'm
can
like,
say that something falls out of his pocket.
oh yeah, I could just say, hey, a number fell out or a location. As I'm
Cool.
squeezing him, I'm shaking him, rattling him, letting him fall
You
down.
rattle him.
You
He's
literally
not a
shook him down.
No.
Lunch money.
His milkshake.
Oh my god, it's a gift card to the restaurant next door to where Dr. Octavia is.
The mook is.
The police will stand
No,
helplessly.
he was paying them with extra gift cards so they could get lunch on their breaks.
Then it's like right next door to the police station. And you go over, and the police shows up after 10 minutes because they had to load up their army tank.
I was gonna.
And they're rubber tank shells. They're harmless. And it shoots straight through the fucking wall. Harmless.
Killed 7 people.
Harmless. They have to put on their listen. If you want to put on your spiked boots and your knuckled gloves and your like medieval armor, it takes a while. It takes some time. I don't know why they insist on wearing full plate, but I guess it's because one of them really went to the Ren Fair and was like, "Man, that thing looks great."
Give me the sword.
He, however, did not receive armor conditioning, and as a result, is just sweating his ass off. Despite the only thing he did is putting it on. Who knew that wearing
Nice.
your little oven is a good idea? Anyway, yes, something has fallen out of his pocket.
Then plug it up. Like, what's this?
Before we do that, since a whole bunch of goons have just decided that you're a big, mean, rude person, they all decide to grab you.
Alright.
So
Great.
give me some kind of defense. As these, let's see, what are the rules on goons? As they all try to grab you with their grabby hands.
Considering it's one of my hands is, occupado, I could do normal ass might. Not toughness, or is that passive?
Since I'm right there, can I assist?
Definitely. You've got 7 successes to work against.
Oh,
against my toughness,
Yes.
and
Now, if you
that
want
has
to,
helped
I'll
with
let you just get out of this one clean. But I get adversity for it. Flutters my lashes at you.
I'm gonna
Uh,
add toughness as well, since you said I could assist.
well, would it add your toughness, or would it add 2d6 or 1d6? Or...
Yeah, so what would assisting even add?
I don't know if the system even describes that. Status effects, health, healing, damage, attacks and defense, movement, trade, exhaustions, actions. Describing, taking action. Gosh, I really wouldn't know. I'd probably say something along the lines of like you roll and how many successes you get is how many bonus dice the other person gets. Sort of like a trickle down kind of thing. Well, they're all over the table, so.
You get 1 extra dice. Die,
Alright.
singular.
It's a really bad singular
let
when you
me-
think about it.
Roll these 7 dice. Four, two, six. I have 4 successes
And a
Looks like-
reroll.
and a reroll. Five successes.
You can either take 2 damage or you let me have an adversity and you're getting it off just fine.
I'll let you have that adversity.
Cool. 4. Ah, feels good. Feels good. I promise I won't abuse him. Anyway, yeah. Well, it's up to
That's
you
a
to describe.
promise you can never trust.
It's your description because now technically you succeed as if you got 2 successes, 2 net successes over what you needed, which means
Okay,
it's all
uh,
you.
Well, like as they're wrestling me into the bar, like grabbing me, I I just kind of like since I have one guy in my hand, I just swing him around side to side to bat them away.
They all
It's like
fall over in domino.
a really mosh pit.
Like they're all on the
That's
floor
all.
now, like this weird layer cake. Because they were already squeezed in there, now they're all flat, which means that their total surface area they occupy on the floor increases by at least a factor 3. So
And I'm just gonna lift up the goom I'm holding and slam him down on top of him.
Please stop adding extra pain. These are prisoners.
the cops don't
yeah,
seem
the
to
police
care.
officers are gonna do that later.
Yes, but you know who's going to care? The DA.
I don't think
Hey.
the DA is going to care too much.
I'm
He actually
friendly.
will because this could get him off.
I'm frenzying. I don't. That guy,
I'm pulling
those
you
guys-
out because apparently you're police brutality mode. You're not supposed to do that as the hero.
You're not even a
Batman.
cop for that matter. However, that does mean I get to assign myself adversity because that is unheroic behavior.
Yeah.
You did
Don't I-
way
don't
more
I
than was
get-
necessary to succeed at your task.
Don't I get a resolve for frenzy?
No. Because you were beating up unarmed prisoners who could have stopped fighting.
I don't think it's really a frenzy if like a bunch of them are like, "Hey, leave him alone," and you suddenly start overreacting.
And
Additionally,
your
I'd say
partner
that
has to pull you off.
I'd say that the adversity kind of cancels out the resolve. It's like, okay, there's one thing of losing your calm in like a conversation and blowing up a little bit, and then there is you shake him off and then you give him a kick in the dick, just for the walk.
Hot dang.
Also, remember, you're doing this in front of a person who has professed many times in their hero career that they fight for people who are downtrodden, and has commented that they work
Gosh,
in social things.
I just realized that because these are goons, they're probably wearing like those stupid little uniforms that have like at least one element that makes noise, like creaking. So it's probably a very noisy spectacle when they all fall over.
Domino boys, baby.
There's like arms and legs sticking out as they wiggle on the ground.
I'm having a happy meal, so I'm having a good time.
I can't believe Mook is having a happy meal.
Well, at least someone has to have a happy meal. None of these guys. They barely get food. They're in American police.
They have to pay for it. Listen, you have to understand. This taste of slop costs $10 a pound, so they have to pay for it. only the most expensive, tasteless slop for these people. It's literally
Grits.
just calories.
Anyways, as the apparently berserker rage mode Fisto is being dragged away,
You have your note.
so now I'm gonna take that and I'm gonna read at it.
What would you wish to quote at it? Hamlet?
Well, Fisto does read.
I was going with Dickens.
No! You can't cite Dickens in this room. The note appears to
not?
contain several other locations that this goon will be required in the future. They're quite close together timing-wise, so imagine this guy is going to be pulling an all-nighter when this happens. To be specific, it references one of the buildings at the dock, one of the warehouses over yonder. Oof. And
It's always the dock.
the other thing it mentions is the power plant. The local fusion generator.
I don't feel like that one's the one we want to leave unguarded.
Now-
That sounds bad.
Now, listen. I know you might say, but it doesn't Marvel technically exist in our time? Why do they have fusion? And it's like, because they want to have their cake and eat it too. That's why.
Look, Reed Richards exists.
Reed Richards has always existed for exactly 3 years, no matter how long it's taken. And in those 3 years, he will always have invented fusion. Despite the fact that he's created a post-scarcity society, there's still scarcity and still capitalism. The motherfucker's lazy.
Also, I looked it up and it turns out I remember 20 wrong.
The point
I thought
is,
that would work.
the point that matters is that you have destinations to pick. However, due to how close they are together, you could not do both. It would be too tiring to visit both in short succession because you're going to be beating some people up. And that stuff just kind of takes it out of you after a bit.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, you could,
Oh.
but you'd be so the dock scene is going to be at night, in the evening, and then, like, the next morning, they're going to go for the power plant. I mean, you could do both, but it's up to you.
Honestly, I think the power plant is way more dangerous to leave unprotected. Probably going to talk about that once we go and get our Happy Meal having friend.
The movement, no.
You go
Yeah.
pick up your Happy
Okay.
Meal, friend.
Also, you, Kickback says, pointing at Fister.
Shadow
Is that
Master. Yeah.
Myth.
Fister.
Why is he called Mephisto if he doesn't fist people?
Good question. No answer.
Why is he called Mephistopheles?
Me fist, obviously. But you're not going back into there after that.
I mean,
We're gonna have a talk about the Get Along Gang.
Yeah, we're gonna have a talk about
Get along, gang?
we're gonna have a talk about this wonderful time in history called 2020.
I may have gone a little overboard.
You started beating assholes with other assholes.
Just one.
I mean, so the asshole came at me.
They were in jail. In
Yeah.
a cell.
You
Move,
could just have
move
your
will
arm
respect
and
your
leave.
decision, maybe, probably.
They would have stolen their arm.
Yeah, if you could tap your hand and lead it into, a group where all of them can grab hold of it.
Maybe that was your own damn choice.
I don't think these powers are exactly my choice, but what?
You're the one to put your hand in there immediately.
We're getting into some deep character resolution. I'm not the bad guy, kid. I didn't choose these fists.
I'm the goddamn Batman.
That's the C train.
Oh. Anyways,
Anyways.
Mook, you're having a Happy Meal, is it?
Yeah, I'm having a Happy Meal.
What toy did you get?
Was hoping for a Rainbow Dash, My Little Pony figurine.
But it's the new gen.
Yeah, I got the new generation My Little Pony with like the little tennis ball on her horn.
Unfortunately, currently there are Star Wars toys based on the new movies. So you got Poe Dameron.
I look a little upset, like probably a little more than upset.
You were expecting My Little Pony, but you got Poe Dameron. I just wanted
The
a gay
disappointment cannot be
lesbian.
stopped.
I just wanted a gay lesbian with a baseball on her horn.
I mean, that's the way to say it, but you know what? Yeah.
She has a horn.
Claire said
I
that she
know.
did.
That's the new generation My Little Pony.
Anyways. So we found out where they're gonna be.
What'd you find?
Well, they're either
So they're gonna be at two places. They're
They-
gonna be at the dockside bar.
they're either going to be
Dockside
at a dockside warehouse.
Yeah,
Like,
dockside
someone is
warehouse. They're gonna be at the
unloading-
pier.
Someone is unloading a massive cone that they need for whatever it is that they're doing. As for the fusion reactor, by the sounds of this, they're trying to steal some sort of coil.
I think we should probably take care of the fusion reactor because I don't feel like having unrestrained robots with access to that.
Did you inform the authorities about the night side job?
Do you think the cops are gonna help?
We should probably inform them.
You can
Well,
go tell them.
Someone's got to.
They'll like you. You beat up the people and they're in jail.
Someone's got to inform them of one of the jobs while we handle the other one. Personally, I think the power plant's more important.
That's what I
So,
said.
You want me to hand me the card with the dock address?
And there you go.
And I'll
Passed
take in.
off. I almost
No
said flipped
problemo.
off. That is not what I meant.
No rules required, baby.
And if you meet like a hobo team of like a cat and a fox who say don't go to school, don't follow them, Bella.
But it's a cat and a fox.
Jesus.
All they need is a raccoon.
All right, enough of that. So we're gonna go straight forward to the next big action flick.
Yes.
Yup.
The city. Fusion plants does not look like much, mostly because it's a refurbished coal plant. As a result, it has massive smokestacks that haven't spewed anything in years. And the front facade is very modern and slick. Because, coal and oil barons used to own it, and they really like their offices to be fancy, even though the backside looks as industrial and cold as possible. As a result, while the lobby is fantastic, the minute you go anywhere to the actual reactor/energy processing areas, it just immediately goes to barren brickwork and extremely practical catwalks. The large open areas will form for a great area for flight heroes to just move around and go nuts. Even the lobby is like 3 floors high in terms of floor to ceiling. So when do you arrive in terms of when this crime is going to take place? And what do you do?
Probably a little bit in advance. We could do the amazing thing of steal it ourselves. Wait, no, it's bad.
I think that most people at the plant would be upset if you tried to steal from them.
We do have the muscle for it. Look at me.
But yeah, we could go in. We can scout out the area.
Do I even need villains with you guys? These vile plans you are concocting?
Hey, I was joking. I mean,
I was too.
right.
People always like to go, I'm just kidding about wanting to eat children as they bite down on a child.
All I want is those baby backs.
I got caught. I got caught, alright? I got caught.
Safi, I've been behaving. I went to get a Happy Meal. I didn't go into the police station, and I have not assaulted a single child once, despite maybe thinking about it once or twice, but who doesn't, right?
Pat, pat. There you go, Claire. Pat, pat.
Like, I look at Shark Bait, who's a child, and sometimes I'll shake her.
She's not a salt shaker. Spice does not flow from her if you give her a shake. Duke. I hope she dukes you good. You arrive slightly in advance. Do you explain the situation or anything? Because this is a location that is currently staffed by civilians.
Of course, I would probably explain it mostly to the managerial staff so they could handle it calmly. Which means it's going to go terribly.
Do we want the place evacuated? Because if it looks evacuated, they probably won't do the hike.
Oh no, this way they can explain it to staff so staff can get out quickly when things start up.
Ah, okay.
and probably have fewer people in that area. Because we want them to show up so we can take them down.
Gosh. Do you have any particular interpersonal skills that will allow you to convince this wretched man, the manager,
I-
that he should send
I-
his employees away at some point? Also,
You're
he
in
would
high
like to
command,
know,
fella.
and this is more important, he would like to know, is he in any danger, or is it just the people on the work floor?
It would be anyone in the facility, I assume, and also, something inside your facility might get stolen, so you might, you know, want to look out for both your property and your employees.
Well, he doesn't really care too much about either. So he'll say, you know what, but we can tough this one out, I feel.
Once shit hits the fan, I would advise clearing out where the bad is happening.
He knocks on his desk, and you hear this metallic sound coming from within. His desk is reinforced. Do not worry. He will be safe.
All right, I'm gonna leave his office and find a foreman or someone below him. Be like,
Well, if he wants to die here, that's his fault. We'll just make sure we get everyone else out of the way.
We gotta protect them.
Oh no,
Now,
he's doing this because he's under the impression that he's at no risk at all.
Yeah.
You said they were going to steal something. He's like, well, there's nothing in my office that they want to steal. They want to steal from the power plant.
Oh man, you're totally at risk. Yeah, didn't you see about the gosh dang subway attack?
No,
They had
no.
a giant
Let him have it. Let him have it.
Luke was gonna explain about the giant robot who ripped a rail out of the ground, trying to hit someone with it.
The third
Yeah,
rail.
but he can handle this.
yeah, he can stay in his office. It's bored. We're gonna tell,
Well, wait, real quick. Is that desk mahogany?
It's a sacrifice I'm willing to make for the company, yes. To settle on mahogany.
Okay, he's good.
Yeah.
I point to both the other heroes. Mahogany can take anything.
take your word for it.
Cool.
She
You're
seems
not even
incredibly
gonna
sure
try.
for some
You're
reason.
just like, man, I can't break
Well,
a mahogany table.
No, if he wants to stay, he can stay. But I will advise anyone who I can on the floor to be like, hey, you're gonna need to get out of here when shit hits the fan.
Why are we caring? I don't care
We're
about the rich
heroes.
assholes who think too much about themselves.
No, I'm going to the work.
Oh, okay. Yeah, we're telling the workers now. Yeah, we're getting them set up.
So you're just
Door to
running
door.
around the work floor yelling at people that they should evacuate?
No, talking to them individually.
Yeah, we go to like the manager,
This was the manager, Bella.
well, a floor
This-
runner.
Do you have the time? You said you arrive a little bit in advance.
Yeah.
I'd say that it's a little too much to ask to say that you arrived in advance enough that you could talk to everyone individually instead of making a
Alright, then-
single loud declaration. Especially
then
since
what-
you already talked to the foreman, to the big boss around here.
Tell someone to spread the word that once shit hits the fan, leave in an old fashion, and hopefully they spread the word.
You know,
I
there
did my-
there is a way to get everyone in a building outside very quickly.
Yeah, but we don't want it to look like it's evacuated.
Do you think? You know what? Gotcha. Cool.
Won't matter if it looks evacuated anymore, Bella. They're already going to be too committed.
Okay, then all right.
Everyone get out.
Now
all
get out,
sing.
fire drill.
Buddy system up with a.
Why not just
with your
pull the
supervisor.
fire alarm if you're just
That's
gonna be
what I
like
was-
fire drill?
Yeah, as you guys are saying this, you already have kickback going and pulling the fire alarm.
Oh, that's a good idea, actually. I don't know why I didn't think about that. Yeah. Just yank that thing while the one dude hides under his mahogany desk.
Suddenly, the fire alarm starts blaring from all sides. Everyone under the impression that this is probably all right. It's probably fine. It's probably just malfunctioning. There's no smell of fire, no smoke.
Probably a drill.
It's a fusion reactor. What could possibly go wrong?
City's gone.
Yes, that is exactly what can go wrong. But you know, they don't tell people that that's what that does. That way they can build it right in the middle of an urban center. Wink, wink. It saves them on electrical wiring. Point is, the whole building slowly but surely bleeds individuals. Until eventually you hear a loud screaming coming from outside. Unless you were already outside for some reason. I don't know where you are as this evacuation happens. But outside is a loud screaming and a hail of bullets.
Don't tell me those people got parade outside immediately.
We get everybody out and then they get gunned. Great.
That would be that would suck.
Isn't that
Like really bad.
to be fair? That is how most comics tend to handle a situation like this, isn't it?
It depends on which one. If it's Batman, yes.
I hold my little pony to it. I'm gonna make you proud.
It's Poe Dameron.
I don't want Cameron.
It's a My Little Pony toy.
And now you really are a villain.
Yeah, that's like 8. That's diversity, by the way.
Anyways, we should go out there and help.
You probably should. But don't let
Although,
me
is
be
it
the boss of
same
you.
day as the first heist?
Hmm?
Was this the same day as the first heist, or is it second day?
This is when we came for the one that was announced. It's the next day.
Okay.
This is a little while later. You got your hit points back. Don't worry about it.
Alright.
It's been as long as it
Yeah,
needs for you to recover. Point is, at the sound of gunfire, you charge through, experiencing culture shock as you leave the barren work floor and return back to the excessively opulent lobby. It probably has one of those big glass abstract chandeliers. You know the ones.
Oh yeah.
She does have a tennis ball in her horn. What the hell? Outside is the group of evacuees, which have started to split off into various directions. There are two groups of heavily armed mooks who got these big ol' sound blaster guns shooting at the air, telling them all to scream. Additionally, you can see two nasty, nasty boys on a little hover Scooty Puff Jr. making their way over to the high wall, to the coal plant floors. Like coal plants and plants in general have massive open areas because generators are huge. As a result, there are those really high windows up at the top that let the light in. You know what I mean? Without having floor lighting.
Yeah.
They're hovering
skylights.
their Scooty Puff Jr. over to them so that they can enter the building through the back while the goons keep them busy in the front. Point is, the situation has escalated. We're just going to start with you guys, since the guys in their little Scooty Puff Jr. are distracted right now.
Let's
Uh,
clean them up.
Did we see the Scooby Puff Junior guys?
I mean, they're not being very unobvious about it.
Alright, then I'm gonna throw my fist up to Scooby Puff Junior.
Can
and
you
hold
attack
myself
things
up.
that are distant?
Yeah. Reach. I also have a swing line, so I can pull myself.
All right. So which of those things are you actually doing?
It would be swing line. Reach just helps me do it. So
Okie dokie.
it's all, but
You know what? Cool.
You're-
You can roll me whichever one of those features or traits you think is the coolest one of all. And in the meantime, I'm going to give myself for first a calm adversity because you've met some villains. And two, I'm going to roll 6. Whatever you're rolling, you got to roll against this fine mastermind who has a cunning plan how to avoid your little approach.
alright, so I want to use the resolve to like add 2. Forgetting what resolve does.
I got 2 successes, baby. I put down a whole bunch of fucking posts about this. Let's pull them up. Man, I almost like seeing pictures of shark bait.
And I know it's in the D&D, but I'll just have to scroll up.
Resolve. You can spend them to reroll trait roll. You can buy a success. And that's really all that matters right now.
Okay, so it only matters after I roll. So.
Yep.
roll my-
You only have to beat 2 anyway.
Sure did.
Which
I-
you did.
I did.
Roll me
With
one more.
a,
Roll me that one more. Let's see if he gets to embellish it or not. He does.
Nope.
All right. What happens as you swing your arm? Whoosh.
Wait, how many successes did he get, Seth?
2.
And I got 3, I believe. Yeah. So as I swing my hand up there, I pull myself ascending. And I want to land on or like hang on to the Scooty Puff And you're, you know, be in his face.
Ooh. Cool. The embellishment is that while you land it, he does create uneven footing. Ooh. Whatever will that mean? I don't know why Bella went first, but you're all like clustered together, so who cares? Zyla, what do you do? What does Kickback have to say about the current circumstances?
Okay, so how many goons do we have with guns?
Well, they seem to be making themselves as scary as possible. They all got these sound guns. There's like 2 groups of 4. They're like pewing at the air right now.
Okay, I'm gonna point at one of the groups, and I'm gonna use my charged up kinetic pistol. Try to break them up a little bit. Since it's charged, 5 dice.
By the way, if you're wondering what the
That's
exterior location is, it is mostly, what's it called? What's a big old fucking open area? It's a big garage with those fancy hedges that you have to separate certain areas to get the big lightning posts. I got 1 success, baby.
I got 1 in a reroll. Come on, passing. Yes. I got 2.
A single blast will take care of 2 of those goons of one of the groups. So let me have it. What am I dealing with? You want to describe it or what?
Oh, yes. It's a concussive burst of pure kinetic energy that just hits people and throws them. It doesn't actually have a projectile, but it does light up, even though the light has no thermal output. It just is a glowy that knocked 2 of the guys pretty much into the wall and 1 into the hedge.
Ah! Ah! They turned their attention to you, Claire. The shooty bang bangs in the sky turned to you.
To me.
Well, to you in general. The 2 of you. Just the 2 of you.
I don't like that.
Let's do a thing.
Are they shooting at me? Or?
Well, it's your move.
It's your turn,
It's
Claire.
your turn, numbnuts.
Don't scream at me.
Then pay attention, and I won't have to.
I was paying attention. I got confused what you were doing. Okay.
It's our turn first. That's what Safi said.
Right. So I'm gonna launch myself at him with my duplicates, which I assume I have already had out because the situation that's what we were preparing for.
Probably.
Yes.
Indubitably.
And I'm gonna go with might.
Ooh.
7, 8. And I'm gonna clothesline him with my boys, which is
Your
me and
girls.
the girls.
One, two rerolls.
And
I got 5 successes and 3 rerolls. Make that 7 successes. As they unleash a hail of sonic fire to keep you at bay. Pew, 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 pew.
And Claire got 6.
Unfortunately, you are hindered in your assaults as they break up just in time, forcing you to pass through harmlessly. Ha ha!
Okie dokie. Well,
The goons try to keep your attention to the fullest. As a result, they spend their entire turn just firing at random bystanders, tripping them by causing the ground to shake or causing them to lose their hats.
Those bastards.
They're vile criminals, that's what they are. Bella, luckily, is charging the 3 bad guys on her own. This is the best plan I've ever seen in my life.
Scooty Puff guys.
It's a great idea.
I have to
wait,
save
are
the
these
people
the big-
first.
Super speed, super slick. It's coming right at you, as they say. They're going to use super speed to try and hit you 1 billion times to knock you off this Scooty Puff Jr. Wait, they don't roll that. They roll 2 more, because it's trait 8. They got 8 on super speed, and that's pretty much most of what they got. I got 2 successes and a reroll. Bella, what are you defending with?
Uh, my armor, I guess.
Cool. I got 2
Which would
successes.
just be my hand.
You could use your
Really?
armor, your toughness. You can use whatever defense is highest. Really, the system's very open about that.
Oh no, one fell over. I got 3 successes and
2 rerolls, huh?
okay, so 4 successes.
Huh.
1 reroll.
You successfully defend flawlessly. As many punches are harmless against your firm chest. Ba, 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 ba.
You flexed and it broke.
No, my other hand like inflated, and I start, just holding it in front of me, blocking
Wait, are
punches.
you the current Miss Marvel?
I mean, kind of.
Kamala Khan,
Yeah.
who is very well received.
Ugh.
I guess it's my hand.
The leader spends much of his time yelling, Zala, you're down there. You're having fun. You shot your pew pew gun and you blasted some of those goons.
I did have fun.
But they are getting serious, which is to say that they look like they're about to start actually shooting some people down unless you take some swift action.
Okay, so I can use my charged energy because I get that in between days, which gives me 4 dice of kinetic energy.
Kapow, kapoosh.
I'm gonna run at the ones that I started on, and I'm go and give them a big ol' super punch.
Heroic. Deft. Fantastic.
Hey, if there's anything heroic, it's punching crime out of people.
You have too much crime in your veins. I have 1 success.
Wait,
Vile.
I have 1 more because I'm using all these up.
Would you like to
Wow,
spend a
1 6.
resolve?
Yes, I would like to spend a resolve to actually succeed in that.
I was suggesting a reroll actually because
Oh, okay, yeah, that's better. Now, come back, Bubble Buddy.
there is.
Wow.
I don't need to know the rest of the results because you have eliminated the goon squad with a mighty charge. Describe it for us, please.
So he taps the thing on his chest like all Iron Man style from Infinity War. Also, wow, I got a lot of successes. And he glows, and then he glows, and then he just like runs in and uppercuts one goon, which hits the other goon, and they go over like friggin' bowling pins.
Man, I love the bowling pin sound effect. Claire, there's a goon squad of 4, and they look like they're gonna give you some extra breathing holes soon.
Yeah, we're gonna go. We're going again on the clothesline train with this time hopefully more success.
Don't
So
forget, you get a +2 for every extra guy you got.
Oh yeah.
You can also get another +2 by going all-out attack.
10, 11.
But don't forget, if you go on all-out attack, you can't take active defenses, and everyone gets a +2 to hit you.
Oh, I've learned my lesson. We're not doing that, so I'm just gonna go roll the 12 for might and just. All right. It's a reroll. That's a reroll.
I got me
This
3
is Jack.
successes and a reroll.
This is Jack dice, so I'll just reroll that. Okay, I have 2 rerolls. Well, okay.
The total?
I forgot how to exactly count my successes.
Odd, even is God damn it, Claire. Even a success, 6 is reroll.
All right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I got 6 successes.
Oof. If you
Not a single 6 in there.
if you spend 1 resolve,
I-
you'll
I-
get
I
rid of
rerolled
all the
6.
goons.
I wouldn't use all our resolve too early.
Yeah, I don't.
In that case, you only remove 3 goons. If you want, you can describe what happens as you dash into them.
I do like a super clothesline where I link my arms together with my other selves and just like clothesline.
Red
a bunch of them.
Rover, Red Rover.
Yeah, Red Rover, get on over. Lariat.
Hilarious. Bella, you're up on a little Scooty Puff Jr. and a guy's punching you in the chest with the speed of sound.
Alright, is there a steering wheel on this thing?
Yes, but it is currently occupied by someone, in case you didn't notice.
Okay. Well, I want to strike the steering wheel.
The man currently holding the steering wheel would like to resist that with his 6 might.
It's my 60 strike.
He rolls 3 successes. Riddle me successes 3.
1, 2. Well, both those successes are. Oh, wait, 3. And 2 rerolls. So we're tied right now. And we're. Oh, I have 4 successes.
Kapush kapow. You now control the steering wheel.
No, I punched the steering wheel. I want to break it.
Having a vehicle crash
This-
into a power plant is a great idea.
Yeah.
Could be.
Okay,
Yeah.
cool. You punch the steering wheel, breaking its ability to control. However, the embellishment is that the vehicle crashes through the window into the power plant. Yeah.
Hope they have brakes.
Although, to be fair, technically, the whole thing should be the you to describe it, but you guys really don't seem interested in that idea.
Alright, well, but I'll break the steering wheel, forcing
I
it
do
to turn towards the
Well,
wall.
it's a little late.
Oh, you want to crash it into the wall? Fair enough. How about if a crash with this bee? I mean, they're probably going at a decent clip. Then they're here to have fun. It's a fun little Scooty Puff Jr. Cool. Everyone on board gets to roll me against the crashing damage in that case. Which, considering it's moving at with a d8 of speed trait, we'll say that it's 3d8, 3d6s of fun.
Oh,
My toughness is 66. So,
I don't care what you're using. You better use it good. Let's see. So that is 4 successes, 2 rerolls. That makes 4 successes of damage that you have to compete against.
yeah, 3 successes so far, no reroll.
Void Star is going to tough this one out. Thank you
I
very
don't think
much.
that was a I don't think I rolled even though that was 6. But,
Okay, he takes none.
alright. I only have
Command
3.
has 6 toughness. Oh no, yeah, he has 6 toughness. He was using might before. He also comes out scot-free. Shadow Star has 8 athletics.
he's a speedy boy or spry boy.
Also makes it cool. So none of them are affected by the crash. What about you, Bella?
I have 3 successes, so I think
You take 1 damage as the vehicle crashes, but the villains hop out onto the parking lot with the greatest of grace. Ha ha!
I thought the theme was gonna play. Now the world don't move. The beat of just one drum with his flaming corpse.
You know, you're very cute, Claire. But the last guy who's still standing, he turned around, turns his sonic gun to fully automatic, and blasts you in the back.
Dick. Alright, I'm gonna defend with toughness, actually. I'm gonna be tough. Wait.
Go ahead.
Why isn't it? Okay. Stars on a machine.
I got
goes
3
it-
successes.
Okay, stop that. But 1, 2, 3. Okay, yeah. Okay. Okay, that's 1 reroll. So. Oh my god. I jack the dice so often. I hate you. Okay, so that's 1, 2, 3. I have 3 successes.
You take 1 damage as he blasts you, beams you in the back of the head with one of his sonic pulses.
Ow, that really Ow, that really hurt.
For a moment, your head is spinning.
My news cap almost falls off to make sure it doesn't.
Keep it on nice and tight. I think
It's like my only identity.
now that they are on the ground, they must take cautious action. Super Speed McGee comes up to Baby Claire After seeing you bowling pin your way through 3 goons at once, he decides you gotta go first.
Oh, what the? No, no, no.
With his magnificent 250 miles an hour, he's gonna crash straight into you, baby.
Okay, I need some help. I think. Help! Help! I'm being assaulted.
One, two. Okay, cool. Let's see. I rolled 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 successes, and I got 2 rerolls. I rolled 6 successes. Claire, what are you defending with?
Okay, shoot. Can I use athletics to kind of throw myself, and I out of the way or something?
Claire, I'm gonna repeat what I've said a bunch of times now. As I waggle my finger. You know what? I'll just quote the fucking book on this. Where is this?
Oh yeah, don't just go. Wait till you say no is the idea. Yeah.
Let's see. Gosh, it actually has like a specific section here that's like, hey, listen, don't be a fucking asshole about it.
Yeah.
Okay, here we go. The target makes his own roll using whichever trait represents his defense. And I think at some point it even straight up says it doesn't matter. They always get to pick what's best because fuck it. It'd be too metagamey and too weird if you couldn't use anything against everything against everything.
Okay.
Because
Well.
so you can use whatever trait you like, Claire.
All right. Well, I want to use the athletics. So, but since I'm using my clones, do I get bonus to 2d8 or 2d6?
Cool. Oh, here we go. That being the case, the target should always be allowed to use the best defense available to him. So yes, you're going against 6 successes. Roll me whatever you're doing.
But does Claire get the bonus dice for having additional
Yes.
clones? Okay, good.
Okay,
If you use them in that way, you cannot use them for damage negation, though. By having them poof.
that's fine. Well, I'm trying to dodge here, kind of. So.
Let me pull my dice away, actually.
Okay, that's.
Can you pick a slightly less my color purple? Ah,
That's
don't worry about
4,
it.
Claire.
I got 4.
Here, I'm gonna change this myself, actually. Attaboy.
Yeah, I got 4.
You take 2 damage! As many,
Ow.
many itty-bitty fists pound into you! This fine gentleman is wearing a sleek black outfit. It's kind of like he's gotten sucked into a black hole with swirls and long pointy bits.
I don't like this. I'm getting hit with things. Getting hit with more things. My head's spinning.
Meantime, Bella has to contend with a fine gentleman known as Shadow Star. He seems to be a ninja of sorts because he does all those fancy martial arts moves before he goes for a karate chop. As in, he does all kinds of fancy tricks, jumping around on that car that the Scooty Puff Jr. is adjacent to, before he finally goes in for a swing. He's going to go for 8 Ds on his big strike. Defend at will, Bella. Defend at will.
Athletic.
I got 2 successes, 2 rerolls.
I only have 2 successes though.
I got, let's see, that makes 4 successes, 1 more reroll. 4 successes for Bella. You take 2 damage as this judo chop gets your nerve endings.
Ouch.
The head of command keeps waggling his little finger and telling his fine ally how to do his job a little bit better. So he's going to roll command tactics to assist. Ah, that is 3 successes and 2 rerolls. That is 4 successes and 1 reroll. Shadow Star will gain an extra 4 on the next attack made against you. And then you guys can make your turns. Sadly, there's one more goon in the area, but also so is this fast, sleek mother cluckers.
I use my telekinesis to throw the goon into the other guy.
You can definitely try. Go ahead and give me a go. The goon resists with 1 success.
4 successes. In fact, they were all 4s.
Well, the goon is out of commission no matter what. So, cool. I'm going to say that we're going to count only the successes that are in excess of what you needed to get the goon going. So that
So
makes
3.
3. Mr. Slick McDick has enhanced defense on his speed, meaning that his speed does not take multiple use penalty for... Wait, I just need to double check. I don't know if that's just trait exhaustion or like multiple defense usage. Oh man. Characters. No. Heroism? Enhanced defense. This hasn't come up yet. 44. 44. Pick one defenses you buy on perk. You do not suffer penalty when using that defense multiple times in the same page. It doesn't mention if that's trait exhaustion that it's referencing. Or what. Yeah, it's multiple action penalty and trait exhaustion. So I'd say it just gets a full D8. Alright. Can he make 3 rolls? Yes.
Say no.
The goon is out of commission, but super speed, super boy is too fast, too slick to get caught that easily. Claire, there's a big old
Yes.
fast baddie, and he's beating you up. He's giving you the baps.
I don't like this fast lad. So I'm going all full ham on him, but not like undefensively full ham. Me and the Goyle's gonna give him the 5 knuckle shuffle, but times 3.
To the 15 knuckle shuffle.
Did I just drop a die? I did.
You did, but this is a good roll, Claire.
Let me just re-roll that. Okay, that was a 3. And then I jacked the dice again, so I do that like the first century.
2, 3, 4, 5. 5 and 1 reroll.
Okay, Claire.
Yeah?
You got 8 and 5 rerolls.
I got 6.
Alright. Why?
No, you're winning, Claire.
1, 2, 2 more.
10.
I got 10.
You give him one hell of a whammo kablamo, shisho kajamo.
We rush them, get them all in, and wait. Like it's a literal times 3 5 knuckle shuffle. Like
Yeah, Claire. So if you rolled like 6, you were winning already.
Why you
Remember,
such a...
8 is higher than 6.
Look, the Sappy's dice scam me. Magic.
The last hero left is Bella. What do you do?
Good old Shadow Star. Since he was swinging at me, I'm gonna use the ensnare ability and hoist him up into the air.
The slick bandage-clad ninja is gonna get stretched. He's gonna use his athletics, doing slick dodges and dooges around the place. Which means he gets 8. 1, 2, 3, 4. Bunch of
That's
8.
not a high ceiling for you.
He rolled 2 and a reroll. 3. What did you roll?
I rolled 1.
He has no difficulty deflecting your silly, impudent blows.
Wave shit.
Void Star is a little nervous and also getting a bit winded. They have a -1 to everything they do because they are below half of the maximum hit points. They go in for an all-out attack on you, Claire. They're gonna knock you out with this blow.
Okay, see, this is why I didn't go all out.
1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. They got 9 dice on this attack.
Okay, wow, that's
How you feeling, Claire? How you feeling? I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and I got 4 more rerolls.
Hey, Claire, this is revenge for you getting so good.
Yeah, I dared reach for the stars and get a good roll.
9 successes, Claire. What do you defend with?
I don't have anything defensive-wise that is even as high as that. So.
Claire, you can.
Holy
if you get
shit.
multiples.
I need to
That's
know the
right.
difference, Claire.
Right. Might. I'm gonna be rolling might, which I have to take 1 die off because I used it last round, right? So.
No, that only counts for the round. It's a new round.
Yes.
And it's
same.
-2, if it were the
Okay,
case.
Alright, I'm gonna defend him fight, because it's big. Okay, that's... 1, 2... 2 and a reroll!
3 in a reroll.
3 in a reroll.
3.
Okay, 3. I rolled 3.
You will take. You know what? You know what?
Claire, resolve point and reroll it.
No.
Oh, yeah, I'm resolving.
I could also just take an adversity.
No, Claire.
No, I'm not giving. No, you're not getting any more of those yummy adversity.
If you give me adversity, you take no damage.
No, well, there goes the die. I'm resolving. I'm grabbing the reroll.
Nope.
1 second.
Claire, for
Oh.
fuck's sake,
Okay,
don't
then.
fuck it up.
I almost messed it up. Okay.
So
reroll
1, 2,
that.
3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. No wait.
Yeah, I'm
And I have-
organizing them out.
And I have 3 rerolls. I'm gonna reroll
2,
that.
3.
It's 9 already. Yeah, you already
Yeah,
played
Claire,
even.
you already succeeded.
And I just rolled. I rolled all even on this too.
This
Nice.
is.
Yeah, Claire, you did it. You tanked it.
You somehow tanked 9 successes.
Yeah, because I'm screaming, "No adversity cookie for you!"
All your
The
fists
speech is like-
combine into one against a 250 miles per hour impact.
The speedster's like, "What?"
It's one punch moment, man. Bella, you don't know what's going on with Shadow Star, but he runs up the wall.
Okay.
And then he comes down on top of you with a big ol' leap. Oops. Please, Bella, roll me. He gets extra dice because his friend is giving him tactical advice on how to beat you up. Roll me a defense of your choice. He
Athletic.
rolled 1, 2, 3, 4, and I got 2 rerolls. I got 6.
I got 4.
You take 2 damage unless you want to do something about it.
No, I'll take the 2 damage.
Ow! Poor Bella. The head of command practically twirls his non-existent. Well, let's just say that he's got that big shoulder pad armor, the big cape, the mustache that's made of metal. He looks over at Voidstar, yells at him that he must try his best. A little harder. I need to look something up. I think leadership's what I think it is. Here we go. Oh yeah, free rerolls, baby. He waggles his finger at him and tells him that he needs to try just a little bit harder. Fight him with a fist, not with your cowardice. He'll give him 2 extra dice on his next move. Bzala, what do you do?
Okay, so right when that guy stops from trying to punch Claire and somehow failing, I'm gonna try to telekinesis him, just straight up.
What a terrifying prospect. Let's see. He normally has 8 on this, but it's reduced by 1, so... Actually, no, he has to do his willpower because it specifies. He must
His
resist.
will sucks.
It's a 3.
Oh, good. He needs to not roll a 3.
He rolled 1 reroll and a success. That doesn't count. He rolled 2 successes. What did you roll?
3.
If you spend a resolve, you'll knock him out.
I'm gonna spend that resolve. We need to get moving to help Bella.
Kaboom! Kapoosh kapow! That is 1 less adversary to deal with.
Yeah, that's why I'm feeling that Shadowbox was fighting a ninja. Don't know why.
I don't know why either. That guy will come down in a few seconds. I threw him into the air.
Shadowstar goes for one more wall slip and slide, and then charges up one hell of a special karate chop. He says some weird Eastern words, which, if you were to translate it, is just 5 directions, 1 punch. He's going for an all-out attack. On top of that, I'm willing to spend a lot of resolve to make this punch hurt. Adversity.
Nope, no more.
Hey, you're not taking bumbling successes. I gotta spend these somehow. So he gets 8. That's just for his trait. Then he gets 2 more because he's really cool. And I think he's so awesome. That's because he's doing an all-out attack. Yeah, and we'll see where this goes.
Your adversity will shark bit up, by the way.
I'm gonna say that his boss yells at him with leadership to give him a free reroll.
Yeah, because that was terrible.
I'm
That
also
is-
gonna use resolve for a reroll.
Wait till you see what happens.
All right.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 2 rerolls.
Is that resolve?
6 and 2 rerolls. 7 successes as he delivers a judo chop from heck.
I use a resolve to reroll. Two. Wait, this
Yep.
one's cocked. Or is this one cocked?
It is. It's jacked. Just grab it.
That didn't.
That wasn't a roll.
Two successes. One better than my last roll.
Delightful.
I'm sorry, Bella.
Awesome. Well, you take whatever the difference is between 7 and what you rolled.
4.
I take 5. Damage. Nope, 5 damage. I only rolled 2 successes.
Shadow Star delivers a blow to send you into oblivion. Pow!
So I'm below half health. So what does that do to me?
-1 to all rolls.
Alright.
Oh, I didn't realize there was a blooded mechanic.
Yeah, it got mentioned against the guy we were fighting.
The head of command will simply wait until you're getting close enough for him to do his own little thing. He basically sets himself up to intervene. Zala, Claire, and Bella, what do you do? What do you do?
Okay. So I have mild super speed and flight. I want to get in there and I'm going to try to go for the head of command.
Oh, he's waiting for you.
I'm get in there and I'm use my brain juice to throw him.
Which, is, to be specific, means that he will quite literally try to punch you. He rolled 4 successes.
And I rolled 4 successes.
Well, then not a lot happens as the two of you clash into each other. You know what? I'm spending 2 adversity to
Wait,
do you.
he threw a punch. That means I have to have a defense.
No, it's because the two of you are attacking each other at once. And it's
You're doing
kind of
that, like,
awkward.
You're doing like a clash.
Yeah, it's like you will both hit each other in the opposite cheek.
Ah, okay. I was using my telekinesis.
I spent
on
2
him.
adversity to do 2 damage to you, buying 2 successes. Claire, what do
Can
you
I
do?
Wait,
Hmm?
can I use my energy absorption?
Yes. Claire, what do you do?
I'm gonna help out Shadow Boxer while the egghead gets handled, and I'm gonna climb up and come at
That didn't at all.
that Shadow Ninja guy. It's a ninja. I knew it. I'm gonna might strike him with my duplicates. I'm gonna launch myself at him.
He uses his fantastic athletics to stay ever mobile.
Please don't roll into my
I am-
dice when I'm.
I'm so sorry.
Can you roll a different direction, Claire? Can someone roll different directions? Because everyone rolls in that corner.
I just keep seeing the corner. Let me just get out of here.
I got 6
Hey.
successes on my energy.
Also, Claire, you get 2 extra dice because Shadow Star's last attack was an all-out attack.
Oh,
So I'm charged now.
You freaking dummy.
well, this one's jacked.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and a reroll.
Okay, well let me just.
I got 6 successes, Claire. What do you think of that?
Oh, I need to roll 2 more die. Oh my god, I'm so bad at this. Alright. That was not a roll. Alright. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 and 2 rerolls. 5 and a reroll.
6 and a reroll. That's a
6 and a
4,
reroll.
Claire.
The 6
4 is
also
even.
counts.
Oh, okay, well.
6.
Well, I rolled 6, so nothing happens. This guy's keeping himself standing. What are you doing, Claire?
I would tell I launched my stuff at him and he just kind of took it and he was like, nothing. No. He rolled
Bella.
a no at me.
How are you doing health-wise?
I'm at 2 health.
Cool. What are you going to do?
I'm gonna do multiple all-out attack. I'm going to Take 7 dice.
I mean, if you're going for an all-out attack, going for 2 attacks is always interesting, especially if they don't have enhanced defense. This guy does! So he's going to go for that defense on a AD.
Alright, so I have -1 to my strike, but I have to get +2 to all my attacks. So
So +1.
that's +2 for an all attack.
Yeah, but -1 because you have one
His
loss.
first defense is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 2 rerolls.
1, 2, 3, 4.
5 successes, baby.
Yeah, 4 and 3 rerolls. So let me reroll these. Alright. 5 and a reroll. It's 5.
I got 5. It's all even Stevens around here, kids.
Yeah, that's 3 evens in a row.
Not much is happening. It's just 2 sides perfectly matched.
So
Shadow.
for
So
my
much full
next
violence
attack,
never solved anything.
Oh yeah, you got a second
For my
attack, don't you? You
Yeah.
bucko.
which I believe is a minus
Same as the other
2,
one.
is.
Yeah. The multiple attack penalty is not cumulative in the system. It's just all attack actions that you do additional. Well, he rolled 2 rerolls, and that's about it. So let's see where that brings him. He rolled 2 successes on a second defense. You didn't see that one coming.
Yeah, 4 and a reroll. 5.
That brings him to half.
Alright, and that'll be my turn.
Brings him down to half health, which is good, because now he has a slight reduction to what he can do.
Also, I'm gonna get hit big if he swings at me because of that all-out attack.
Oh, he's going to take it. He's got his leader behind him, giving him all the encouraging words he needs.
Lear didn't
So,
give encouraging words last round.
well, he has leadership, so his leadership lets him re-roll a bunch of times. He's got 2 of those left, I think. So, here we go. Masterpiece. Fucking masterpiece. Please get in my hand.
I'm catching. You're catching my.
Bella, he's attacking you. What are you rolling to defend? He rolled... Okay, we're just gonna not even bother with this. Oh, man, that's a bad roll. Let's take that reroll and see where it brings us. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I got 7 successes, Bella. What do you got?
Alright, let me roll my toughness.
2.
Alright, I'm out.
You get a resolve point.
I knocked the F out. Ooh,
Oh dang it! I heard a bell noise.
Ding, ding, ding.
ding.
you don't even know the relevance. It's just a random bell noise. Where
Yeah,
did that
like
come from?
Yeah, I don't know where the hell that came from. It freaked me out.
Head of command is going to give you something to worry about. Kickback.
Finally, someone's attacking me.
You attacked, and he does 4 and a reroll. 4. No, excuse me. 3 and a reroll. Yeah, 4 and a reroll. Okay. 5 successes. As he delivers one hell of a punch, inspired by his good friend Shadow Styles' great shadow punching.
Okay, and I'm using the energy I absorbed from him in his previous attack to use my deflection ability.
He uses his strength to pick up the semi-hovering Scooty Puff Jr. and wield it as a weapon.
Okay, and with the boost, I can use 7. Okay, 5 and 3 rerolls.
You don't need any more because you already blocked it. Zal, it's your move. You absorb the blast of this fine...
No, I deflected it.
Well, fine. Then what happens?
It means I get to do an 8 dice attack roll.
Well, go
on the
ahead.
other guy.
You bounce the Scooty Puff Jr. off of yourself, and it whings in a wide arc towards another guy.
This feels familiar.
Luckily, he has athletics, and he has all the good stuff to make him good.
1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, 7 and 2 rerolls.
Why do I try to get 2?
Steffi's like, oh.
1, 2, 3, 4. Okay.
9 and a reroll.
He's out already, so go ahead and show off all you want.
And,
yeah.
and a reroll.
You put a little spin on the Scooty Puff.
11.
basically.
So
The-
so what happens? he throws the Scooty Puff Jr. at me, and remember that scene in Revenge of the Sith where Palpatine like catches the where Yoda catches the Senate pod and like starts spinning it,
Yeah, you did.
and as soon as Bella gets knocked out, all of a sudden the Scooty Puff Jr. launches across the floor, and just nails the guy.
It smashes into the wall, creating a big ol' hole.
I'm like, hey guys, you doing okay?
Claire, there's one
Yeah.
more guy left. It's head of command, and he looks a little nervous without anyone to cheerlead.
He
Hey,
looks
head
a
of
little nervous
command.
after that.
Me and the girls crack on knuckles. It's time to clock out. Why do we do this? I went to go to the other direction.
You
and
rolled
I
them
didn't.
literally all into my dice pile.
I did. I'm so sorry.
Take your dice. Come on. Pick them up. Pick them up.
Okay. Okay, 1 second. Here we go. So sorry about that. Okay. I am just brain dead here.
You're Claire.
One
That's what you
success.
are.
Oh, that's one. Okay, that's 1 reroll and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 successes and 1 reroll. Yeah. See, I meant to roll that. Wow. I meant to roll this way. Okay, 7 successes.
7 successes. I got 2 reroll successes. 7, right? Oof.
Yeah, 7.
He's down to 1.
But it's his turn.
Yeah. Bella's on the ground being like, bleep.
Bleep.
You know what he's going to do? He's going to do one hell of a power move. He's going to take all that energy you threw at him, and he's going to try and swing himself out of here with it. Which is to say that he tries to deck Claire on the way out.
He knows better.
Good sir.
1, 2, 3, 4, and a reroll. 5 successes, Claire. What's your defense looking like?
Well, my toughness, so gotta roll my 6. I really wish I would stop throwing it. I want to throw the other direction, but I never do.
2 success rerolls.
Well, yeah, okay, that's pretty bad. 1 success and me throwing them into space. 1 second. 1 success.
You take
So
2
3.
damage.
Claire, remember the 6s count.
Oh, okay.
Why do we have to
You
explain the
said-
same rule to you multiple times like this?
I got confused.
Why do you keep making new interpretations for how the rules are supposed to work, Claire?
I'm
Yeah, they're
sorry,
called
that's-
reroll successes, Claire.
Oh, okay. Well, I got confused about that. I'm sorry. I take 2 damage, by the way.
Cool.
I don't think you take any because you.
Zyla, he's running away.
Oh, okay. Then
Okay. How fast is he going? Like normal human speed?
Normal
or-
human speed.
Oh.
Oh.
That's kind of sad.
Oh, hey, there's lots of hedges to hide in, so breaking off sightlines, baby.
Okay. Is there anything I can throw at him in the area? My brain?
There's plenty of debris from the hole you made with the Scooty Puff Jr.
I'm gonna throw something from the Scooty Puff Jr. at him, like with my brain.
You turn towards the Scooty Puff Jr. and notice that something from it is rising. It's a gun pointing right at you. An extra-size sonic blaster held by an invisible opponent.
Oh, I'm gonna throw that at him then.
It's currently being held by something. That's why it's floating.
Okay. Can I try to make it point straight down?
Sure. How about you roll me?
Okay.
Somebody
psychic
once
powers.
rolled me.
Useless ass psychic powers. I'm gonna resolve that.
There are weird people who often like to ask, where is the D20?
Useless ass psychic powers. I rolled a 1.
And he rolled more than enough to hold up. Claire,
I like the of Shadow Storm versus Shadow Box.
how are you doing?
How am I
Wh-
doing?
What are you gonna do with this gentleman who's running away?
I'm gonna run at him with my grabbing fists.
And I linked in friends chat.
Also, I'm gonna. Yeah.
what
If you
happens
die
when kickback shows up.
So I'm gonna throw the die over here and hit him with might and throw one dice in space and jack several dice at once.
Try throwing it to the middle, Claire,
I've
instead of directly towards a wall every time.
okay. Well, let me just grab the dice that are jacked here and okay. Well, yeah, throw them in the middle.
See how much easier that was?
Yeah, one
No,
reroll.
no, Claire,
Wait,
you
what?
gotta
What?
get all your dice together.
Okay.
Also this one.
Because here are your reroll successes.
Jesus.
So you had 3 reroll success.
And
Yes.
and this one.
I don't think Claire's very compatible with this.
Oh, wait, no, that's a 5. Never mind. That was a 6.
Yeah, so you had these 3 were reroll success and 3 normal. So you're at 6 and 3 rerolls.
Okay, then I'll reroll.
8 and a reroll.
And reroll. Okay, so 8.
Cool. So you were running after him, you said?
Yeah, I'm running after him and like taking a big old swing.
You take a
Going
big
so
old
fast.
swing and you hit an illusion.
Oh god dang it!
It is then the gun that's hovering, it like charges up. He's gonna go for an all-out attack. His cloaking field drops as he aims an extremely heavy sonic blaster right at you. Kick back. He doesn't care if this gun explodes because he's gonna take you down with him. And then they can steal it in their own time. Holy shit, that's 5 rerolls. And a success.
I'll wait for you to get through all yours first before I roll.
I got that. I got, oh.
Then only one of them is a success.
Yeah, that's 7.
Okay, and I'm gonna absorb this shit.
Kinetic.
Sound is kinetic energy.
4 rerolls and a
1,
success.
2.
Thought I
That
saw
was-
another
was-
6.
That one was. Okay, so 3 reroll. Let's see how this goes. We're at 4. What are you doing? No, you were jacked
It's
on the other die. Okay, so we're at 5,
Yes.
6.
You'll take 1 damage as the blast will scrape you, or you can spend a resolve and take nothing.
I will just take the 1.
You take the 1. A blast of energy reveals the presence of the unseen assailant. What do you do with this newly charged kinetic blast?
Okay,
Throw
so I
my
take 1.
body at him. It's what I want.
I'm a run at him.
You're still alive, Bella.
Okay, so I'm a run at him. And I'm gonna do a super kinetic uppercut and try to shoot him into the ceiling.
Team Rocket's blasting off again.
Which lets me put my maximum charge. Yeah, it's maximum ranks. 8, 9.
5 successes. He's got a steel chin. Oh no, I was going all out, so you get a +2.
Oh, so you get 2 more? Okay. You 2. Doesn't change anything.
Bah, how much did you roll?
Okay. I am now checking.
He got 5, by the way.
4 and a reroll.
If only you can get 2 more successes. If
5
only you
and a
get
reroll.
1 more success, you actually hurt him. You can spend a resolve to end this fight.
I want to just spend the result to reroll. I want
If-
to make this big.
Sure, go nuts. Go big or go home.
I am rolling 12 dice. The odds are technically in my favor. Yeah, that worked out.
Yup.
Okay.
Yup.
So 7 and 3 rerolls. Eight.
That's the fight. There we go.
lifts up the shadow boxer, wiggling him around. Within the forces of evil have been defeated.
You've
Which
taken out
means,
the ones willing to capture this fusion coil of the reactor.
quickly, Mook, punch me.
Mook punches you. Mook,
I
he's
can
a
do that
real-
to absorb energy so I can heal Shadow Boxer.
Since you
Wait,
have the
what?
technology, by the way, Kickback, perhaps you can figure out where this Scooty Puff Jr. came from.
Ooh, we do have a Scooty Puff Jr.
Oh
So
my
yeah, my very
goodness.
first thing though is I'm gonna heal. I'm gonna take some energy in and then use that to boost my healing, and heal up Shadow
Excuse
Boxer.
me, I thought you had technology, you have science.
I have science.
No one has technology or vehicles. Great.
Yeah, we could do the average vehicle roll.
Wait,
Like-
did I put anything in vehicles? No, I didn't. Okay, well. Look, I lift boxes, and I put boxes on shelves.
Well, there we go.
Yeah.
Ya beat the bad guys up. How about we all cut it here because it's late, and then next time we'll see about the finale.
Yeah.
Will our hero stop Dr. Octave before he blows up town? Not with those detective skills, they won't.
I mean, to be fair, we have stopped him from getting stuff he wants, so.
That just means he's going to shoot an ever more experimental and incomplete weapon, which, you know, who knows how that works out.
Yeah, I didn't think about that part actually. Also, that's kind of funny in a way.
Also,
it's
I do
good
like
to see
the
it.
idea for how I'm healing you. Punch me. Gets punched. Puts hand on Shadow Boxer. Heals them.
Yeah, I played a game that was like that.
There's an unfortunate side effect of having 2 bruisers in a 3-person party.
Yeah, I'm
That
the
goes
more
for our
versatile party member.
Yeah, we're
I
not known
think
for our bruises.
I think a big problem is that your expectations as to how you're supposed to build your characters is a little bit.
Well, now that we know how the game operates, probably would build it differently next time.
Yeah,
Yeah,
maybe
next
you would
time.
maybe you'd have like a single stat that's actually kind of good.
I mean, me, I built my character exactly how I wanted.
Yeah,
So,
Mook just is probably the only person here who's just like, yep, I do exactly what I'm supposed to.
Like,
I
I went
do
for
what
a
I'm
simple.
supposed to.
A punch, and I can knock things down.
Okay, I'll admit I should maybe have put some points in vehicles because he's probably drove people around.
The Scooty
He's probably drove
Puffmobile.
people around. Yeah, the
No, what I
Scooter
kind of want to
Puffmobile.
focus on next is like just the deflection fighter. Like,
That could be interesting.
take different levels in deflection. So instead of actually absorbing energy, it's just like, haha, I shoot an ice laser at you. Him slaps it at their friend.
But
Actually,
I am gonna pop off and I'm
Yeah.
gonna take a shower before I go to bed.
I think. I wonder if there's like there should be like a pro that lets you shift it around.
You
Yes,
could probably just make one where it's like twice as expensive, but you can change what you can block as long as you're aware of it.
There's adjustable, which lets you change how many points are in.
Here we go. It's
Yeah.
variant. Apply this pro to
Variant.
give yourself a slightly different version of a trait you already have. So you could just take that one a bunch of times.
Awesome.
But I will see you all
Yes,
later.
Claire, go to bed, you big sleepy dum dum.
Oh,
Oh,
I got it.
boy,
I got
everyone.
a queen.
I'm gonna
Yeah,
tuck you
boy,
in real
those
tight.
queen. Sharpie
Claire,
is
you're already
good.
smelly.